We're going to be talking about the Masonic context of the Red Revolution of 17 in Russia, 1917, as well as the events that led up to it. And a lot of the peasantry lived in precarity. They were precarious because of scarce conditions of the economy. And what started arising was a division. The peasantry and the subjugated industry started producing this revolutionary rhetoric and radicals that formed these cadres. And the Tsar oversaw the synod at this time. And it is important to know, as we see in the middle, there is some Orthodoxy clerics, some Eastern Orthodox. And the Tsar, rather than having, I didn't even know this until I started researching this, the head patriarch we might see in Eastern Orthodoxy now did not exist at this time, in this pre-1905 time. And the Tsar himself was the head of the state, the state church. And he oversaw what's called he saw the Procurator, no, what's called I'm sorry, I wrote it down here. He saw the Oberprokurator. And the Oberprokurator, excuse me, oversaw the synod. And the synod was basically the council of the clerics who decided the church's decisions and their finances and things like that in their dialogue. And ultimately the Oberprokurator decided what could be implemented, and the Tsar was over him. So it formed this chain that alienated the church and the clerics, because in other countries, specifically in Europe, the churches were able to mediate malcontentness in the populace while governing bodies were losing favor. And as I said, this intelligentsia was arising because a lot of the Western idea was coming to Russia via travel. That they would study in the West and then come back to the East, and they were coming back with enlightened values, Freemasonry and stuff, which overlapped. And they came back and they would see the contrast, and they would see how pivotal it would be in that landscape.